Good evening, I am Dude, it is After Dark. Got the first match here for Light Season. Looking at Veronica, 2 merges, a Triandra, a nice plus 10 Wolf with Fury 4, Attack, Defense, Lull, and Deflect Missile. Okay. Selena unmerged with Windsweep, an unmerged Note. Peony, she's running guard, as is Triandra, and Fallen Edelgard, unmerged. So, what I'm going to try and do is I got to break stuff on round 1 and hide behind my safety fence. On round 2, I'm going to send Claude up to take out Triandra and then retreat. And from there, I'm going to just have to kind of freestyle it. So here we go.
Sure thing.
Ready. I bestow my blessing. Truly? Just you try.
What's this?
Good morning.
Let's go.
Like this.
No problem.
Lord Asker, guide us.
Oh yes, restore traps. I apparently had forgotten about those. That was oh my. Okay, so Milla did great. You did great, girl. You did absolutely fantastic. Where to go here? Okay, this is going to be very difficult to get the pots and such, but this is where I'm at right now, so be it, eh?
Truly? I bestow my blessing.
What's this?
Maybe this way.
Let's go.
Expect nothing less. Yes.
58, 65.
They won't stop me.
Just you try.
Sure thing.
Lord Asker, guide us. Like this. Good morning. I bestow my blessing. Expect nothing less.
Good old Wings of Mercy.
Let's go.
Alright, that was a lot trickier than I'd expected it to be, but that was a good map. 2 dancers makes it more difficult. Selena's a good unit. I kind of feel like they might do a little bit better if they didn't have that Fallen Edelgard, if instead they had a unit that is going to be aggressively attacking me earlier. But that's not what they did, so maybe I would have chosen a different strategy. Okay, it is the first match of the season, so now I'm going to go and show off the teams that I've put together for this week. Okay, so that team that you just saw, that's basically the high-scoring Claude team. So this season, I don't have Uller, who is the offensive mythic that's in season. So my really had three choices. It's Legendary Julia, Dean, or Marissa, and I'm just not going to use Marissa, so it's really Dean or Julia. This line, I wanted to have it still be a max scoring, so I've got my normal Milla, and this is how I build Milla on every team. I've also got Freya, and what she needs to do basically is get kills like she did on that Veronica. Right now I'm running her with attack defense solo. I think I'm going to switch that over to attack speed solo because it was a very close thing for her to actually get that double there. Here's my Claude. This is my basic build on him all the time with Blade Session and Reposition. Dean, I gave him Death Blow and Moonbow, and then he's running Swift Sparrow. I don't expect him to be attacking too much. You know, what he did in the last match where he did a swap with somebody and had his snag actually be useful, that's really what I see him actually doing. I'm using Ashe because she gives attack, and the choice was between Ashe and Dagger, and I just would prefer to have attack on most teams, especially hit and run teams like stuff that uses Claude. And then I've got Peony, and one of the things I really like about this team is that it's a well-mixed team. There's there's 2 infantry, 2 flyers, and 2 cavalry units, so the tactics that I'm using is totally used. All the units can use it. And of course she has Wings of Mercy 3, which came in really key there. This is the second, actually let me go this one. So this is another Claude team. The big difference with this one is that instead of Freya, I'm using Fina, and basically this is like a double dancer set, which is what I normally like to run. Fina gives the other half of the tactics. There's 3 infantry units on this team, so it's not as useful with the tactics, but, you know. I think it's still good that Claude and Dean can be built up so that they've got +6 to everything. This is another hit and run team, this time with Reinhardt. So I put Julia on this team, and the reason I went with Julia instead of Dean is I want the tactics to be applicable to Reinhardt. I think he's going to be my carry unit much more than Julia. So I only wanted to have 2 cavalry on it, and got the Freya, Reinhardt, now he has Blade Session, that Milla. I'm giving Death Blow to Julia. She gets extra points because she's a bonus unit, but it's still kind of hard to get her attack high enough for her to get her extra bonuses from Virtuous Naga, so that's why I put an extra 6 there. Ashe, she's running attack defense form. See how that goes. And lastly, we've got Peony here. This is her basic build. You can see on all the teams. This one is my almost Gale Force team. It's got Ephraim, who's basically my only Gale Force unit, and that last map I almost sent him out to take out a couple units and then retreat and kind of do something actually very similar. In the end, I thought that the Claude team was a little bit more viable. I guess it was. Julia now is running Blade Session. Her speed isn't very good, but I figure with her bonus stats plus +9 from Blade Session, she can get up to the low 40s in speed. 44 if she's supported by Peony's Flower of Joy. Ashe again. And here we got Peony. Same build. And then the last team is a Save Ball. And it does not score as well as the other ones because it doesn't have Freya. But we've got Henriette and Dedu as my 2 save units. I thought about putting the Tiki, the legendary Tiki, instead of Henriette, but when I just compare their stats, Henriette is like a good 15 or so better on resistance and like 11 better on defense, and also importantly, I'm more accustomed to using her, so I decided to just stick with her. Dean is the bonus unit, and I've switched him off of whatever he had in his C-slot, Swift Sparrow, to resistance tactics. Flane has defensive tactics, and I'm using Dagger here, and I'm using Dagger because she gives resistance, and I feel like the extra res is more useful for my save ball than extra attack from Ash. Ash is really nice because she gives a lot of extra attack, both through her weapons and through her Mythic Blessing. And she gives a lot of extra movement, but Dagger gives a little bit of extra movement through Pathfinder, so that it makes it... It's very close in my opinion, but I think Dagger's just slightly better in this situation. And lastly, yep, it's the same mill I'm running everywhere else. So that's it. That was a little bit hair-raising to have Milla taken down to 2 HP, but it all worked out in the end, and I wound up using my the Wings of Mercy to get the pots. That's it from me. If you have comments, do leave them down in the comments section. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed it and would leave a like if you want to subscribe to the channel. Also, again, it's like 1 or 2 matches every day. Hopefully only about 5 minutes, although this one's going to be longer because I am talking and talking and talking. If you hated everything, why are you still listening? You should have turned this off a long time ago. If you hate something, just walk away from it. That's my advice to you. That's what you should learn. Alright, I'm due. Out of here.